Hello, people of the planet. Welcome back to my channel. This is Port Charles Public Radio, brought to you by Aurora Media. I am your host. My name is Abby. This is Bucky. Let's talk about Friday. Yo, let me count how many people are on. Okay, so didn't watch the episode today because there was a public announcement from the president-elect, and I just didn't want to deal with it. And I had other things in my life happening, like in my apartment and with the world at that moment. So I was like, whatever, I'll watch it at 8 o'clock. Well, I was like in the middle of downtown at 8 o'clock. And I had to sit for like 25 minutes until my train came, literally. So, and then it was delayed. So I watched pretty much the entire episode in a train station, my whole transit back, and like saved the last 3 minutes for sitting down right here. It was kind of great to like actually ingest the episode in the middle of a New York subway. Kind of great because then I didn't have to like deal with the atmosphere. Anyway, whatever. The point is, I, for whatever reason, had a brand new notepad on me. First page of the book I used to write down the people. No notes about the episode because like I was just chilling. So let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 people on today. I included Sonny because he was like in the first scene and I was kind of pissed the whole episode. I was like, okay, if there's not a big reveal of his body at the end of this, because it looks like Michael's about to tell us, okay, big reveal. Why did they? Because I'm gonna be so pissed if they brought him in for the beginning of the episode and didn't do a big reveal, because they're just paying the actor for flashbacks, and that's fucked up. Like, I hate abusing. It's not, anyway. It's not. I'm not gonna do that. But it's not that big of a deal. I'm glad that like I don't want to like abuse the idea of like we have this person on salary. We know that Sonny's gonna come back. So like we're paying this person to just like show up once an episode to do like a flashback once. How many times are we gonna do that? No, that's not what they're doing. That would just be annoying to fucking watch. That would just be annoying to watch. That's what I'm trying to say. That would just be stupid. So I'm glad that we saw his body. There was a big reveal of like Sonny's body washed up. If he went down river, right? Let me just look real quick, okay? I'm so invested in this storyline because I live here and I work near it, so I know like exactly where all of this took place. And you know, they say this is upstate New York, but like in a port, right? New York or Port Charles is upstate New York. I assume it would have to be somewhere like, it's fun, right? Because what is this port in New York that's upstate New York? They're not Montauk. That's not what this is. And they're not like the ports of like Buffalo, right? Is that where we are? And I've always tried to like stare at the idea of like where this mystical Port Charles could be for New York, upstate New York, but like they're by a port. Like, what fucking port? Like Canada? No, they always talk about having to get to the border. Like, I know the border isn't like an hour away. They act like it's like 3 hours away. So you can't get into the logistics of where Port Charles logistically could be, right? That will just upset you because you're gonna look at a map and understand that, like, oh, this isn't real. It just can't. It's not. Unless they live in like Montauk. Maybe that's where Port Charles is actually Montauk. That's not upstate New York, but that's like a corner port town. Upstate, there's no upstate is Canada. There and a bunch of other states around you. Like if he were to to get back to the point, is not about where Port Charles is. The point is if he went up that river, right, the Hudson, he could end up because like where would he have gone? He had there if he went down river and like what in Staten Island and Bayonne, New Jersey, like is he made it out to what are they gonna say? Oh, he swept all the way down past Staten Island and this fucker woke up. What's I don't know anything about these states. What is the state? Is that the rest of Jersey? Oh, that is the rest of Jersey. Yeah. I don't know what Jersey looks like. Yeah, that's the rest of Jersey. I guess that's where they could say like, okay, the ocean all the way down. I don't know. It's just I'm pretty. They didn't say upriver. They said downriver. So where did this mother? Is he in Staten Island? Did Sonny wake up in Staten Island? That's kind of hilarious. But he couldn't have gone upstream. If he did, like, he would still be in New York. And I wonder how far up did he go? Because, okay, if he says he woke up at Highland Falls, like, Sonny, you made it all the way out that close. You're like down the street. Like, oh, how close are we talking? Because the city is far. You know, going to New York City is far. They're closer to Canada, but they're anyway. I have talked about this for way too long now. It's been 8 minutes. There's no point. It's a believe. It's a make believe. Just like we're in a fake world right now. We're in a fake. This is a fake Port Charles world. That's what it is. Yeah. So anyway, Portia talked to Fake Taggart today and read him what was supposed to be the riot act, handed his ass to him, and then she was like, "It's Dr. Robinson to you, Jordan." The scene was filler. Is fine. I haven't looked up why we're using a fake Taggart. I thought I saw something about him having cancer and then he doesn't have cancer. That was not it. He was taking care of family or something. He didn't want to be a part of the show. I don't know. I haven't read it. I have to get on Twitter and check that out later. Or I'm sure someone on Facebook will post about it and I'll learn, but I didn't like it. And it led up to Jordan about to give him some bad news that I don't think we saw. So that's frustrating. Jordan talking to Jason today, honestly, didn't pay attention to it. I mean, it was cute and all, but she did look exhausted, and it just looks like she's annoyed with the storyline, too. This is what always happens. They get rushed and they get annoyed, and you're just like, ugh, well, yeah, we're done with it. We're all tired. Let's move on. So, that was dumb, but Diane was there, and that was cute. It looked like she got pulled in from a night out. I loved her outfit. Loved it. There's just so much jumping around today. Let's just talk about. I didn't make notes about location, so I'm just like, I don't have notes. Sorry, guys. Cyrus and Laura, him manhandling her, dude, he needs to cut that shit out. Like, Mr. This is why I don't believe that it's possible that he isn't this villainous crime person, right? He didn't intentionally kill his father. Like, no, dude, you did it. Like, your violence hurt somebody, and you just kept doing that your whole life. And like, he has no problem grabbing people, even his own sister. He has no problem manhandling, putting the fear in God in her. Like, wow, you fixing to grab the queen of the court. You're just gonna pull Miss Madam Mayor of No, no, I can't believe that. Like, dude, you hurt that man. You hurt your father. There was some vengeance there. And even if it was subconscious or if it was an accident, maybe it was the first time you let it get to the best of you. And because of that, you just kept doing it the rest of your life. Whatever. Nope. He is a horrible person. Don't care. Maybe this is what this kid's doing. He's fishing for kisses right now by getting in front of me. Oh my goodness. So, Leslie showed up. Let's talk about Leslie. Leslie. She handled this Cyrus introduction like a champ. Her tears were adorable, and her being called a tramp was hysterical. She took it like a pro, and I'm glad we're seeing her. I wonder if she's going to talk to Elizabeth this week. Hang out with her, make her see her family, be a part of it somehow. I can't remember how they're related, but I know she'll talk to her. She said that she's an interminus member of the board. I don't know what that means. I'm going to look it up. See what it means. And so that was super cute, and I hope we continue to see her forever. I really do. I want to see scenes with her and everybody before she leaves town. Yeah. Why don't we jump over to Carly's house? She was sad. She was seeing Sonny. She didn't want to hear Michael out when he said it was a search and recovery, because at this point it's been too long. And if they haven't found him yet, it's probably just a body. And he did not like this disposable term that they used about his father. It's sickening. They're still in shock, but time has gone by. Like, bro, we're putting Christmas away. Like, bro, we are putting Christmas away. I don't think she's put Christmas away, because I was going to say, we didn't make a New Year's anything. Time did not really, there was no woo about New Year's with General Hospital. One, because, like, I don't think that was worth celebrating this year, making an effort to point out, because the timeline is fucked up. But also with Sonny being gone during Christmas, yeah, it's kind of weird to acknowledge another holiday a week later and not acknowledge that, like, his body's been gone for a week. So I don't know, like, where we are in time, if, like, in their world they think it's 2020 yet, 21 yet, but they haven't talked about the New Year's. We've missed a couple episodes lately because of preemptive news, but what is that, just like 3 episodes so far? So I don't think we're that far behind, to be honest. Who am I talking about? Carly and Sonny, yeah. Michael had Willow leave him for the night, which was devastating in itself. That well, but he didn't really think about it because he was already worried about it, or devastated and sad about his father. Luckily, he had Sasha to comfort him. It felt forced. It does feel forced between her and Chase, and man, these four are doing great with their weirdness together. I love seeing it and watching it, and I want more of it because it's the closest thing to like lust and young love that we have. And that's why we came to our soaps. We just want to embrace it. I hope I'm not the only one. I know this is a bad angle to look at me. But yeah, and I'm glad that he was there. He had Sasha there. Sorry, I'm getting a little manic. Losing track. I'm glad that he had Sasha there for him tonight. To be on the date. What are we doing? Like, I have been there before when you go to hang out with somebody after you've officially broken up, or you're trying to see if things are still there between you, or you haven't officially broken up but things are weird. You go on this like date, or this like you go to have plans together, and you're like, what are we doing? It's weird. Like, ooh, I just like flashed back to a gross scene in my head about something like that. But yeah, it was natural for her to be like, what are we doing? And to like push that conversation again where they're fighting about, this is what you did, and this is why I can't trust you in the moment, even though we're trying to work through it. And that I know that's what you want, but I don't think that's what I want. But I do want to kiss you right now. And I'm married, and I wanted you to kiss me right now. I need to go the fuck home. Poor thing's gonna walk in on Michael and Sasha having this walk, and he needing comfort, and her supporting and helping him through that by kissing him. Oh, can't wait to see it. It's going to be devastating. But that's what we need right now to spice everything up. Is Chase really didn't cheat on Willow, and she didn't cheat on Michael, but he kissed Sasha. Oof, wouldn't that be nice? I just want to see it happen. Let's see if it happens. I don't know. The chemistry's a little off with him and Sasha now, to be honest, in my opinion. But I think that's just because they're all really good actors. And they're working through stuff. And they need to cut Michael's hair. I'm done with this long hair thing. And he's got... Bro, I can tell that his face has gone through a change with the whole mask knee thing. I can see it. Something's different about his skincare, and I am going through it too. Like, I have a serious issue with here. I can't make this go down. Every once in a while I'll get one or two. I'll get one here, but this. And I know that these are here because I spent 12 hours yesterday repotting plants and dealing with broken plumbers and sinks and so my face was disgusting yesterday, and even though I cleaned it, this happened. But yeah, poor thing. Poor Michael. He's got some sensitive skin, I noticed. And they need to cut his hair because he's looking gauntly. Just saying, he's not looking very princely, in my opinion. He's looking a little rough. But this comes from a place of love because I'm in love with Michael. And all I want is a job on the show as a props person, and for him to dump his hot soap opera not co-star, but other actor, better half person that he has in his life, and fall in love with me. Okay, that's all I want. That's all I want. So me harping on him comes from a place of love. That's what I do. When I care about people, I talk shit about them, and that is a perfect segue for me to talk. Because all that's left for me to talk about is the Peter, Sam, Dante weird situation. Oh, Chase was there too. Let's talk about the Metro Court. See, that's why I gotta write locations down. Talk about things I love and hate. fucking Sam McCall. This scene with Peter was great, and it was because Peter was great because he was dumb and popped off at Sam in a public place and had a witness. There was no reason for him to snark at Sam, and he fucked up because when you snark, nope, yo, you don't, now she's gonna obsess about you, dog. She was gonna let this go, but he was like, oh no, he was ready for it, and he thought that it's safe to do it to her because she's a woman, because he hasn't done that, he hasn't popped up at anybody else, but there's like nobody else in Maxie's life, right? Liesel? Yeah, that's the only other woman I can think of. So he thought he could pop off at her because she's this tiny little woman, and then Dante saw it happen and they had drinks, and that was adorable. I kept staring at her face because it no longer looked like her top lip was done. It looked like she had her bottom lip done now. Her top lip looked great. It was her bottom lip that was just like, oh man, way overly lined, and then also just plumped. And I love you. I love you, Kelly Monaco. I love you so much. You're gorgeous, and I have loved Sam since she showed up on the show, but I just can't stop hating her since Billy Miller left, and I know that this comes from a genuine place of concern for her. You can't fill the void of hating your character with fillers, with lip filler. You can't. You can't. But I'm glad she looks healthy everywhere else. She doesn't look like she's too thin right now, to be honest, which is great. I'm happy for her. She's a mom. I love her, and I love Dante. I love how they he finally came out of his shell, just a little bit of cracks right there, you know. He had a little bit of cracks. He had a drink with her, and it was nice. And that seems to be the only person he's let his guard slightly down with besides Maxie. So I guess, yeah, him and Sam do have chemistry, and I noticed that from the episode where he was playing young Sonny and she was his person. It was a spoof episode, and I could probably find it online. I think they played that encore episode on New Year's Day or something. I just didn't watch it. I just saw that they were playing it. I want to rewatch it because I want to see this Sam and Dante chemistry again. It was adorable. If that's where we're going with this, yes. I'm so excited. Oh my god, guys. If you've stuck with me this long, thanks for sticking. I know I've talked a long time. And I didn't really talk about the show as much as I should. But I'm glad to be back. It was hard this week to want to come and talk. And I know it's Friday, but maybe next week I will be more available, you guys, to make this happen. Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope we have nothing preempting our show, and I would love to go a day where there's no fucking news that messes up my goddamn soap opera. I would love it. I would love if our show isn't preempted because of horror stories, or it's never preempted for good stuff. There's never good reasons. And coronavirus vaccines and coronavirus progress doesn't count. Coronavirus briefings that talk about good things don't count. Can you name any other time that the show's been? No. I hate it. I hate when it's preempted for bad news. I hate it. And this week was fucking bad. And the worst kind of hate I can possibly think of. All around. On all sides. So let's hope we have a better week next week. And I can be around to do this every day. And I'm better at it. So if you stuck with me this long, thanks for thinking. Peace to the planet. Tip your waitresses. Don't go eat. Don't eat. Don't go outside. Don't go to restaurants. Okay? Don't tip your waitresses because you don't need to be eating out right now. I don't care. Tip your waitresses. I'm in a bitchy mood. Thanks. Bye. Bye.